actually tell you what's going on, but you are staying on her mind. She has to be forced to give you more if she wants more from you. Back to the availability. Why is he not making time? Hello, everyone. So welcome to my dating and self-improvement podcast. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about how you can go ahead and get her to think about you. You can go ahead and have her on her mind. She still can't actually help herself. In other words, it could mean that she wants to see you way sooner than later. And so I have 3 tips for y'all to go ahead and go use. Make sure you use them all. Watch until the end so you can get all the tips. And fellas, give this video a huge thumbs up. And so for the first tip that I have is increase your personal life. So increasing your personal life starts off with you're still improving yourself. You're still bringing it right back to you. But what's most important is that you have your own life. So sometimes when you guys start dating a girl, she might get the impression that you're going to start doing things for her. And if y'all don't know, females want to be a part of your life. Sometimes they'll try to become even needy or I want so much more from you. You're not giving me attention. If you have your own life going on, if you're gonna go ahead and do more things such as hobbies, such as finding ways to make money, that could be your case, but back to bringing it to yourself and increasing your own personal life. When you have that going on, she can only become a part of it. She can only come into your life wanting to have only the little bit that you have available to give to her now. So think about it this way. When some fellas start dating a girl, they become so available now. They stop doing so much of their other things. And then let's say for the fellas that do still keep going on, they kind of go slower. They're not moving at a good pace as before. Or let's say they're not reaching their full potential because they are stuck on this girl. So when you're trying to get her to now think about you, she's not thinking about the guy that's calling her instead of going ahead and finding something else to do with himself, with his time. Instead, you guys might be trying to get that date. And then instead, once you get off your ship, you're thinking about why didn't I get that text message? But how about you think about, okay, I'll let her wait. And the next time I'll tell her, hey, I can't see you. I have to do this instead. And so you start reversing things where she has to now think about, well, am I good enough for him to actually see? Back to the availability. Why is he not making time? And here's the other great thing about this, because you now have your own personal life, you're increasing it. She is understanding that if I do feel away, I can't really get that time out of him. So that challenge does come in. How could she get the time from you? And fellas, if you want to talk about how to increase your personal life, have your own life, we can do that during a consultation. But don't forget, consultations can be about anything. So go ahead and click that link and let's get on the line and talk about it. So back to how now you have your own personal life and she has to be a part of your life. She is now up for the challenge. But most importantly, because you wanted to be thinking about you, she has no choice but to wait until you give her the chance. Give her the time. When she has to wait, the only option is when are you going to? When is it going to happen? Now, let's just say if she's going to be entertaining other guys or she's going to be doing her own thing, what happens is that you don't have no worries. You're still increasing your own personal life. You're not going to be stuck on, hey, I didn't get that text message right away. Is she thinking about me? No, because your life still goes on. You're going to go make sure, if anything, you're going to be doing way more than before to increase your personal life. Now, if you don't feel like you have your own life going on or you're not doing enough, fellas, it really falls into you have to be doing more. It really falls into you are actually probably showing way more interest than you should be to her due to the fact that you're not bringing it all back to yourself. So let's wrap up with when you're trying to get her to think about you once more, you need her to think about what's actually going on and also why is it not happening this way where she thinks it should be happening, the easier way where she thinks that you should be contacting her, wanting to see her. And a lot of times y'all should know that she's the one maybe leaving you on red or you're the one that's waiting on that message. So in that meantime, that means that if she is not thinking about when am I going to text him, you should reverse it to be, well, I'm going to be doing my own thing. Make your own plans, in other words. Make things happen that doesn't include her no more. In other words, move on with your life as she now has to think about what's going on in your life. Next thing on my list is take it slower than her. So that means at her speed, you are not going. You are actually going much slower. Or let's just say you are not going to pick up what you got to do to make sure that you guys are talking more. So some females are already expecting you as a fella that likes her, or when you guys are talking, she's thinking that you're going to be wanting to go on that next date. You pause your life maybe, or you're now waiting on her. But you don't do that when you go ahead and take it slower than her. And if you are not going to take it so slow, at least make sure that you are allowing her to know that you are not going to be rushing into things. So sometimes instead, what fellas are doing is, oh, well, I do want to have this with you. Oh, I do want it now. No, you can change it to, well, I do want a relationship. If it does not happen with her, it's not going to happen. So you can let her know what your intentions are in life, what goals you have, what plans you have. But if it's not happening with her, it doesn't matter. So you could say it in a way where, well, this is what you're focused on now, but you do hope that you do get serious with somebody. Now, sometimes what could happen is that females get impressed that you're not pursuing her or you're not trying so hard with her. So your speed is like, whoa, is he trying? Oh, whoa, wouldn't he be doing a lot more now? And this is where a lot of fellas out here get that girl to start acting right, or let's say start moving faster or trying more, giving more, because she almost has no choice since you're not giving her nothing to really work with. Because you're not moving forward, she has to go ahead and move forward for y'all. She has to go put that effort in to see how you guys can get to that next step. Instead of rushing in trying to make it be about a relationship, now let's start doing this, slow it down a notch and make it be about how much she is not giving nothing, and so you're gonna go slower than her. Now, let's say she is giving you a little bit to work with or she's trying to pick it up, then that still means that you're not going to start getting excited and trying to start making all these plans and telling her all types of things like, hey, this is how I feel. Like, take away your feelings. If she wants to get that out of you, you have to let her work for that. So sometimes when females realize that you're not really making so many plans, you're not really giving so much, she realizes with you it's not easy. So that challenge automatically has to come in. Instead of getting excited, you are going to be showing that you don't care so much. And that's going to allow her to have to think about, why doesn't he want to? What am I doing wrong? Or she could think about, well, it's going to happen. It's going to eventually get to that point. Sometimes also with females, they could think that, oh yeah, I could get you to get to this point way sooner than you think, or I know how to do it now. And it's not working because you still have your own life, personal life, increasing what you have going on in your life, not putting a pause on your life, but putting a pause with her. Or let's say back to number 2, slowing it down. Because you are doing that, she is forced to only think, and then the reaction comes in later on, right? Because now sometimes she might not give you that, oh, well, I want to see you. She might not actually tell you what's going on, but you are staying on her mind. And that's where, okay, she has to be forced to give you more if she wants more from you, if she wants you to pick up your speed. And one last thing I'll say about this point that's major is that she might need you to give her confirmation that you actually want her. Right? With the validation that comes in, when she's not getting validated from you, how's she really knowing how you feel? She really doesn't. And if you want to catch up on a whole lot of videos that will not be on YouTube, all the explicit content, all the exclusive, you could go ahead and do so by clicking the Patreon link down below. Make sure you do that after this video. And so let's wrap up with saying, once you have her not knowing how you feel, she only has the option of trying to figure it out. And when she doesn't actually go and make actual actions, you are now staying on her mind because now she's thinking about how can she, or what's really going on. She's still thinking about it, trying to figure it out in her mind. Last thing on my list is never be clingy. So for some of you fellas, it might start off with what you got to do is number 1, or it could be you are clingy and then you got to bring it to number 1 and then number 2. So sometimes when you realize, oh, you've been with her and you've been wanting so much more, stuck to her, oh, when can I see you? Oh, I don't want to leave. All those types of stuff that you're trying to do. When you cancel that out, she's getting to the point of realizing, okay, with you, you're not going to give much. So when you are never being clingy, the other thing that you want to think about is how could you never really show that much emotions, right? Because when the challenge comes in, when she doesn't really know how you feel, now she has to question herself, or let's just say she doesn't know what to do. So she has to think about it. She has to reflect. What did I do wrong? Or, hey, he's not giving me so much. Take yourself so far away from being a clingy guy. If anything, when you are around her, show that you are chill, you're calm, you're collective, you're relaxed. Just be regular. Don't be on her and wait until the time comes if you have to make an initiation. Actions, your reactions, wanting to see her, be around her, all the doing too much touching, none of that should be happening no more. And like I was saying with number 1, it's important for you to have your personal life so you don't become clingy, so you do not become the guy that needs to be around her, seeing her all the time. So it almost happens so well for you guys to stay on her mind because your life is really showing that you don't need her. You don't actually want her. And those are the things already that gets a woman thinking, well, hey, maybe I should try a little bit more, or maybe I really like this guy and I do want to do more to get him. And so sometimes you stay on her mind for a long time, and sometimes it could be shorter. And then again, that reaction can come in where she's trying to see you now. Now she wants to say something. Now she could go and show you some type of attention, trying to get you to do something because you've been on her mind and she's been thinking about you. So the last things I'll say is that make sure you do apply everything I said. Sometimes you might find yourself being too clingy because your personal life has nothing really going on. You're not doing enough to increase, and she needs answers, or she needs to see you. So fellas, and so I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, make sure you let me know by commenting down below. Let me know what other types of videos y'all want to see. And of course, if you haven't given this video a big thumbs up, go ahead and do so. Let's get on the line, talk about what's going on. And Patreon got all those videos y'all won't see on here. Y'all will see me in my next video. Bye, y'all.